Hello and welcome back to Let's Play Corruption of Champions episode 6. Hold on for 1 second. Anyway, now credits to the song. The songs actually, it is credited to the house set of Imperishable Night, Tway and Tay version. Well, now that we are back to the title screen, uh, as you can see that this game is updated. Yes, Corruption of Champions version 0.77.7b2 Kitsune. This is actually a pun. If if you keep up to Corruption of Champions, you would know that recently there have been an update that added Kitsunes. Kitsunes, if you don't know what it is, Kitsunes are basically fox demons or fox yokai in Japanese mythology. Kitsunes have been known to seduce human beings. Some of them have fallen in love with human beings, or they just wanted to kill human beings for their life essence. So now let's continue our game. Load. As you can see, for some reason my strength is kinda high. I have come up with a new play plan, is that I will only start eating items only by the end of the day, so that I won't accidentally take items that increase my corruption because I forgot about them. Let's continue exploring. You walk through the shifting sand for an hour, finding nothing. Gaikamo, nothing I want to buy from him, so screw that. Sandwiches. I don't think I have to read anymore because I already covered this before. Oh, I have a white book. Input, I can get rid of that. Okay, talent scroll. This one I do not want to use it. I have my own reasons. But first I want to use the white book. You open the white tome and discover that it to be an instructional book on the use of white magic. Most of it is filled with generic information about white magic, how it's drawn from mental focus, its difficulty to use when tired or aroused, and can be used to create and control energy in no time. In no time at all, you read the whole thing, but it disappears into thin air before you can put it away. You feel greatly enlightened by your time spent reading. It increased my intelligence a little bit. Next, let's go into the forest and try to unlock another location. You enjoy a peaceful walk in the woods. It gives you time to think. Oh joy. This is an interesting enemy to face early on. This is the bee handmaid. She can do something to you. As you approach the edge of the forest, a sweet scent wafts into your nose, tantalizing, teasing, and alluring. Alluring. As you sniff the air, you find yourself following it, as if an invisible hand is pulling you towards its origin. And little did you know that it is essentially that is essentially what's happening. The further and further you go, the more heavy the scent grows, as well as the sound of a buzz, but not in a maddening tone, as if someone is humming. It is a lovely tune, one that will stick in the back of your mind, but not in a bad way. That's that's when she comes into view, a great woman, yellow and black. The bee like The bee-like handmaiden would would be the best comparison. She sits atop a flower while humming her tune happily, picking petals off another flower. Her body is thin, save for save her abdomen. Her head is more like a humanoid than a bee, with black eyes and antennae or antenna, I'm not too sure, and luscious black lips that glimmer wetly. Black, bending into a smile, she sees you approach. Standing, she welcomes you in, her wings giving a small buzz as her arms spread openly, welcoming your embrace. You barely stop yourself from gleefully throwing yourself into her arms. You realize that the harmonic buzzing of her wings and the unearthly scent of her honey briefly rob you of your reason. Feeling momentarily clear-headed, what do you do? Well, let's just talk to her. I'm not one for violence myself anyway. The buzzing stops, taken aback by your resistance. The the wiles. You, you Zur don't want to cuddle with me? She stammers, trusting her exotic black and yellow breast forward, enticingly. With some difficulty, you manage to pry your eyes back up to her face and ask her why is she trying to tempt you to embrace her. She buzzes out, giggling. Well, where else would I lay eggs? The colonies always need more workers, and as one of the bees of one of the queen's handmaidens, I I get so full with eggs. I promise to make it feel good if you can come to me. You are sure no you are no good. You are sure no good can you are sure no good can come of this. But your body is ready to say yes. Do you accept the offer? Do you accept her offer? Well, I don't see any wrong with that. Yes. Oh! As if you lost control of your body, you fall into her arms, happy as she holds you close. A stinger, a stinger slowly emerges from her abdomen, as well as a thick knot-like organ, both covered in sweet-smelling lubricant. As your mind synaptically sees a myriad of colors and scents. You don't resist. You don't resist as she gently pushes you down to your stomach. Nor do you protest as she leans over you. Her stinger, thank goodness, it isn't poison. Looming close to your anus. One with no more words, she shoves the thick, lengthy stinger and knot inside of you. Her cock, quote unquote, uh, s- slips slowly, slips in slowly. The lubricant keeping you from shaking out of your scent-induced pleasure coma. Your hand Your hand even ventures down to your engrossed member as she rather forcefully rapes you in your once tight hole, humming a tune all the while. After hours of her forcefully filling your hole, her singer pumping what feels like gallons of her bee seed into your bowels, and of you stroking yourself to ejaculation, you she finally pulls out with her stinger dripping seed onto your back. Sorry. She smiles while watching you blow your last load into a pool of semen underneath you. Before you collapse exhausted, you awaken before sorry. Before you collapse exhausted, You awaken, your nose full with honey-like scent, some strange fluid on your back, and the feeling of something leaking from you. You have lost your inner virginity. Okay. Next, let's go to the forest. Still nothing yet. Let's continue exploring the lake. Oh, hello. You journey around the lake, seeking demons to fight. The air is fresh. The grass is cool and soft under your feet. Soft waves lap against the muddy sand-like lake shore, as if radiating outward from the lake. You pass around a few bushes carefully, but being wary of hidden surprises coming upon the small dog. The dog is crafted from old growth trees lashed together with some crude rope. Judging by the appearance of the rope, it is very old and has not been seen to has not been seen into for quite some time. Tied to the dog is a small rowboat, only 7 feet long, and 3 feet wide. The boat appears in much better condition than the dog. It appears to be brand new. You have discovered the lake boat. You may return to use the boat and explore the lake interior by using the places menu. Oh, wait, we have level up. I didn't realize that. Let's level up. Okay, this is the first time we level up. So anytime you level up, you are able to increase one of your statistics by 5. I recommend increasing speed because sometimes you have to run away from battles, no choice. Your time in combat has driven you to move faster. You're not qualified for any perks at the present. In case you qualify for any in the future, you will keep 1 perk point. Okay, perks. I forgot to mention what perks do. Perks, what they do is that anytime you level up, you are able to choose one of the many perks. There are some perks that I have no idea how you get them, but they are there somewhere. Perks allow you to gain special advantages in battle or become like passive buff or active buff depending. Let's continue exploring. Seriously, we should just explore with the around the lake more. Your quick walk along the lake shore feels good. You bet you could cover the same distance even faster next time. Sorry, I got some phlegm in my throat, so hold on for 1 second. Okay, much better. As you roam the shores of the lake, you find your footsteps echoing through you were stepping on wood rather than squishing on the sandy mud of the shore. Curiously, you squat down and brush the soil away, revealing rotting form of a wooden plank. Sorry. Looking carefully at the ground underfoot, you realize that it's part of a pathway, the kind that villagers use to provide easier access from muddy rivers, lakes, and beaches. You you believe you can make out the rest of the path enough to follow it to its end. Do you follow this path? I would have to say yes. I'm curious what's at the end. Following the overgrown path inland, away from the shore lake, you pass through thick trees, struggling not to lose the path before finally reaching what is clearly the end. In front of you lies crumbling walls, broken and scattered by the wind and rain, and by the other forces entirely. Beyond them are houses that have been torn apart, burned or collapsed. This was clearly once a village, but it was devastated at some point in the past. Demon attack? Demon attack is the first possibility that leaps into your mind. You examine the ruins for some time and decide to head back to camp. Don't think it would be wise to investigate here without preparing first. Which is kind of true. Let's continue exploring. Just a few walks around. Oh, it's nighttime, so let's go to sleep. Okay, this is what happens when you fill yourself up with eggs. Your character sort of gains a pregnancy in a way, so just be slightly prepared in a way. You feel bloated and your bowels shifting uncomfortably from time to time. Oh, you wake up, yawn and stretch. It feels like just another day, though a bit warmer, quite a bit warmer in fact. You you feel like winter's grasp on Mareth it has slipped, and and is entertaining and is entering spring. Curiously, you glance towards the snow patch which had recently been deposited in your camp, uh, and note it's melting away before your eyes. Oh well, not a huge loss, you figure. It was fun while it lasted. Well, okay, this is an event that if you didn't know, Corruption of Champions do have some events that are affected by the time of the year. If you change your computer to be on that time of the year, it will trigger that event. There is one event on April Fool's Day that I want to show on April Fool's Day. Hopefully, if I have the time to do it. If I don't, I'm gonna rewind. I'm gonna change the date to become April Fool so that it will be affected. So let's continue. Yay! Exploring, more and more exploring. This is so boring right now. Nah, I'm just kidding. I actually like playing Corruption of Champions most of the time and commentating about it at the same time. Though I do some kind of monitor when I'm talking about it. Oh, hello, Rathazul. You encounter you encounter a hunch figure working as you come around a large bush. Cloth Cloth and tattered robes obscure most of his figure. You can you can nonetheless see a rat-like muzzle protrude from the shadowy hood that conceals most of his form. A simple glance behind him confirms your suspicions. He is some kind of rat person. He seems oblivious to your presence as he stirs a cauldron of viscous fluid in one hand. A neat set of beakers and files sit in the dirt to his left. You see a smile break across his aged visage. He says, Come closer, child. I will not bite." Apprehensive of the dangers of this unknown land, you cautiously approach. I am rather okay. I know that Rathazul is actually supposed to be a parody of Dr. Farnsworth from Futurama, but I can't really do his voice. Good news, everyone. Okay. I am Rathazul. I I was I was famed for my miracle cures. Now I now I idly by now I idle by this lake, helpless to do anything but measure the increasing amount of corruption that taint these waters. He says as he pulls back his hood, revealing the in the entirety of his very bald, wrinkly head. That's so funny. The rat mentions, I see you have one tainted item on you. For 20 gems, I could remove most of the taint, making a good deal to safer use. Of course, who knows what kind of freakish transformations it could cause. Rathazul offers, since you have enough gems to cover most of the materials for dyeing as well. You could buy one of my dyes for your hair. You will need 50 gems up front. Well, okay, Rathazul has some interesting uses. He is able to purify corrupted items. So, I will purify this Succubus Delight and I will use it on myself because like I said, I will use items that don't increase my corruption. So I am gonna use this Succubus, I'm gonna purify this Succubus Delight since I have the gems to spare. You place the untainted bottle of succubi's delight in your second pouch. You find a familiar sight of the alchemist Rathazul Rathazul's camp along the lake. The elderly rat seems oblivious of your presence as he scurries between his equipment, but you know him well enough to bet he is entirely aware of your presence. He de- he dejectedly, I'm not sure if I can I am not sure what I can do for you, youngling. This world is fraught with unimaginable dangers, and you're scratching the surface of them. You nod and move on, leaving the depressed alchemist in his sadness. Aw. Well, since we have nothing else to do, let's just take the succubi delight and see what happens. Oh, you uncork the bottle, drinking down the strange substance, struggling down the thick liquid. This stuff is gross. Why are you drinking it? The drink makes you feel dirty. A flash of warmth passes through you, and sudden weight develops to your groin. You you pause to examine the changes of your roving fingers. Discovered your duo of baseball on baseball sized nuts. You have grown larger than that have nuts have grown larger than a human's. You feel a churning in your pair of baseball sized balls. It quickly settles, leaving you feeling somewhat more dense. Your facial features harden as your body becomes more masculine. Uh, Gained by 3%. Well, since we have done quite a few things, I'm gonna end this off and see you on the next episode. And mind you, I'm gonna do this both in one session. So sorry if you still hear the house side of Imperishable Night. So see ya. Bye.